Welcome back in another episode of Dallas Mavericks franchise on NBA 2K Club. I'm now on the 12-game win streak, but only have one loss of the regular season. Today I skipped the simulate with the Toronto Raptors, but ended up losing by 110 to 109. And they started didn't get 60 and 0, didn't get 60 and 0. So we're on the way to the next game against the Sacramento Kings. So we have a schedule right there for Wednesday against the Kings, Thursday against the Suns, Saturday against the Jazz, Sunday against the Bulls, Monday against the Clippers, Tuesday against the Nuggets, and Wednesday against the Lakers. So we'll skip the Bucks here, and then we'll go into a Magic game on Thursday. Then skip again with the Hornets, and then skip against the Hornets and Timberwolves, and the Miami Heat and the Thunder game. So as you can see in my last video, I get my players of the week. Right there, the players of the week didn't get it because they will have the tournament. As you can see, the players of the month by Dirk Nowitzki gets Dallas and then Bron James in Miami. Rookies of the month have Irving and Lillard. Let's see the injury report to Sacramento. What happened to King's injury? As you see, Samuels is out for 1 to 2 weeks due to the shoulder, and Cousins was still hurting for day-to-day hamstring. So Augustus is gone. So as you can see, my Mavericks player, JJ Barea, is out for the 2 to 4 weeks due to sprained ankle sprain. So let's check out the standings. We're in November and 50 and 1 for Dallas, the number 1 seed. Rockets are 2, Clippers 3, Spurs 4, Blazers 5, Nuggets 6, Grizzlies 7, and Thunder 8. Lakers are still struggling in the 10th spot. So how about the East? Heat 1, Magic 2, Pistons 3, Bulls 4, Nets 5, Knicks 6, Raptors 7, and Pacers 8. How about the Celtics are still struggling at the number 10 with 5 and 10. Are you kidding me? And for power rankings, you still have 30 and 1 and still in second place with Miami. However, Miami are also 13 and 1. Who did only have the only loss? Who did the team who did lost? The calendar who did the team was lost. Check out the review. The team who lost the Miami. He was the opponent by the New Jersey Nets. Who was they losing the opponent team? This was the only loss in the Miami Heat are only 13 and 1. There was the New Jersey Nets 105 to 95. So we're going up against the Sacramento Kings. So they have the ESPN games, the Pacers and Trailblazers. So there's the matchups. There are Nets, Bobcats, Hornets, Sixers, Heat, Raptors, Wizards, Grizzlies, Lakers, Jazz, Mavericks, Kings, Hawks, Cavaliers, Bucks, Nets, Suns, Spurs, Pacers, Blazers, and Rockets, Pistons. So they have the NBA on ESPN, the Pacers, Blazers, and the 2 D-League games. We have Red Claws, Armor, and Toro 66ers. So it's time to simulate again. Whoops, I forgot to go ABA first. We need to turn on ABA first, and the time to go. It's time to go. Here we go. We're up against the Sacramento Kings. Are the worst things they see. 30 defense, offense, and overall. That was trash. So that's it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll see you. Hopefully, let's get back and enjoy the video. Good to see you. And here we go. Let's get started.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And a terrific NBA season continues to take shape. It'll be Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks facing off against the Sacramento Kings. I'll see you at halftime.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from Sacramento in California. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Timberwolves. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
Pretty poor effort at both ends of the floor, guys. They got abused defensively, and at the offensive end, they just didn't have the firepower to make up for it.
And I'm not sure what the reason was behind that, Steve. I mean, they didn't show a whole lot of heart on the defensive end. They didn't show any tenacity. And to me, it's inexplicable.
Now, look at Dallas' starting lineup. They've got Marion. Carter is out there with Jason Kidd. Then it's Odom. And it's Nowitzki in at the 5 spot. And for Sacramento, Garcia is out there with Hickson. Then there's Tyreek Evans. Then it's Thomas. And it's Dallenberg in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Thomas.
And Sean Marion's game has always been about athleticism and explosion. He's got that quick second jump. And even though he's getting up there in years, he's still a very effective player around the rim especially. And his ability to score in the paint is very impressive.
Stolen by Evans. Over Nowitzki. Tyreek Evans again. Evans has got his third bucket of the night.
Probably time to bring an extra defender, change up the defense a little bit.
Well, Steve, he's been so good. I think they got to take the ball out of his hands right now.
A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
Kevin, he told me that they'll be looking to keep things moving quickly on the offensive end in order to negate some of their opponent's shot blocking skills. He feels that if they can keep them on the move and off balance, they'll be able to keep their leapers from turning away shots. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. Taking on a defense like that one they're facing today, Clark has certainly got their attention.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they need to dictate what they do offensively instead of taking what's available. Take what you want.
Steve?
Well, that's the only way to go. I mean, this is a game about aggressiveness. And if they're not aggressive, that defense is just going to swallow them up.
Jason Terry. He's checked in for Vince Carter. Hickson with the bucket.
I think we could see them put up some big numbers if they keep shooting like this. I mean, 4 or 5 early, and they look focused and locked in.
Well, he knows his role, he embraces it, and he's really a guy that you can go to offensively.
Mavericks on D. Thomas with the ball. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And once again, the Mavs were a terrific road team last year, winning 28 games and losing 13 away from Dallas.
You know, Clark, you always don't think of them that way, but the Mavs have been a great team on the road for quite some time.
You know, you do overlook that, Kevin, until you look at the numbers. I mean, I'm not sure why it is, but they consistently are at the top of the NBA in road wins year to year. Even closed out their first-round playoff win last year on the road. That's always impressive.
Now Thomas, following the miss by Terry from deep, taken away by Kidd.
You know, his head was on the swivel that time, and he was able to anticipate that pass.
See the way he times his passes so well? That was a great assist.
And it's Sacramento's ball. This is their second game playing the Mavericks this season.
Well, they got into some early foul trouble, and that seemed to disrupt their rhythm for the rest of the game. They never got into the flow, and as a result, they took the loss.
Fires from deep. Garcia's shot is good. Garcia's got his first 3 points of the game. Nowitzki for 3, and a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
He come right back with the triple.
An eye for an eye. How about a 3 for a 3, Steve?
You know, Clark, Steve had it right a second ago. No getting around the fact they were blown out by this team. And what an effect their foul seemed to have on that game.
Well, he's on top of it again. I mean, it put them immediately behind the 8 ball. I mean, a very disjointed performance by them at the defensive end.
So tough to hit a 3 like that in transition.
Kidd against Thomas. He's covered by Kidd. Kicks it out to Evans. Here's Garcia. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Garcia's got 6. Mavericks trailed by 3.
And last year I thought was a tough season for Tyreek Evans. He was the reigning Rookie of the Year, but had a number of foot injuries, caused him to miss almost 30 games. And when he did play, he struggled with his shot, only 42% from the field.
The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 10.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Nice shot by Terry.
Well, I like that. They ran to the three-point line and got an uncontested look there in transition.
And Steve, you know it's always tough when you're dealing with injuries, but I think also When you've been the Rookie of the Year and you come into that second year, teams are geared up to make you do things you're not comfortable doing. But I think more than anything, it was the injuries that set Tyreek Evans back a bit.
Sacramento making some changes. Thompson comes in for J.J. Hickson. And Dante Green has subbed in for Francisco Garcia. And then for Dallas, Peja Stojakovic comes in for Sean Marion. And it's Stevenson in for Jason Kidd. Here's Evans. Last game he had 10 points. Now here's Thomas. Evans inside. Terry covering, but they recover it.
Well, that should be a rule. No layups. Protect the paint. Make them earn every point.
Yeah, I think that's just tough, hard-nosed, smash-mouth basketball. Make your opponent earn their points from the line. Don't give up any layups.
First free throw is good.
Well, it was a tough year for the Kings last season, but they do have a nice collection of young talent. When you look at Tyreek Evans, DeMarcus Cousins, Marcus Thornton have made a nice impact as well.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Mavericks trailing. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Now, not many wasted trips down the floor. That was a very efficient game for them offensively.
And see, they really fed off of each other, too. I mean, good passing, good shooting. I think both became contagious.
Steve, back to what you mentioned, to have that much talent in Cousins and Tyreek Evans, Clark, you just hope it pans out.
Well, again, I think it will. I mean, you've got 2 nice pieces to build around. Marcus Thornton is a pretty nice scorer. They've got some other players, Thompson out there. So they've got some guys that can make it happen. It's a matter of them growing and coming together. And when you've got a bunch of young players, it's one of the hardest things to give them the time to ferment and come together. So we'll see what happens. You know, guys, Dallas kind of gets slept on in terms of playoff action because they've been so disappointing in recent years, but they worked hard all season, and the hard work has its reward.
Great perspective.
Since the first tip, he's been red hot from long range. He's in the zone right now.
The Kings trail by 3. Here's Evans. He's got 10. Goes up from the top of the key. Gets it to go. Evans has got 12 points in the game.
Both sides really coming out of the gate firing here.
Guys, they look like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
Puts up the prayer. Plenty of offense in this closely contested. First quarter of play. Mavericks ahead, leading by 3.
Big boost from their bench there, guys, in that first quarter. They did a nice job coming in and really giving this team a lift.
Yeah, it's a nice attribute to have. Firepower coming off the pine early. That's good stuff.
It's more NBA coming your way.
The NBA season continues to take shape. Brandon Roy and the Portland Trail Blazers take on Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers. It's the NBA next Sunday.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Here is Carter. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix. From downtown, another 3 for Dallas.
They just lost him on the break that time defensively. I mean, he slid out to the three-point line and had plenty of room.
So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. They've got Haywood. Marion is out there with Peja Stojakovic. And there's Carter. And it's Stevenson in at the point guard position.
Boy, I like the fluidity I'm seeing from them on offense. It's a thing of beauty. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. They're moving the ball well, finding the open man, making that extra pass. They're playing very unselfishly right now.
Here's Thomas. Right now averaging 17 points a game.
Guys, you look back at all the teams that have won the championship, and a lot of them have had X-factor guys. Somebody who is an edge, And I think you could point to a number of guys for the Mavs, but how about Deshaun Stevenson? He came up with some big shot making for the Mavs in their championship run.
And the basket by Thornton.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Carter against Thornton. And it's Carter missing.
Well, going back to Deshaun Stevenson, you know, I think he brought an edge and a nastiness to that Mavs team that may have been lacking in recent years. And along with guys like Tyson Chandler and Sean Marion, Stevenson gave them the defensive versatility that helped turn that team into a more well-rounded club. That's one of the reasons they were able to finally get that championship.
Here's Thomas. On the wing, Thornton. And it's Carter picking him up. And again, Marcus Thornton for 3. Thornton's got 12 in the game.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing him. I think they've got to find a way to chase him off the three-point line.
Stolen by Haywood. Goes up. And then Carter with the dunk.
Defense wasn't able to get back fast enough to contest.
Well, they were caught flat-footed after committing the turnover that time, guys.
Well, nothing really went right for the Sacramento Kings last year. This team really struggled, and going against a tough Western Conference night in and night out, I mean, that's tough, that's brutal. And that team won only 15 games against conference opponents.
He's guarded by Thornton. Here's Marion, another 3 for Dallas.
But you've got to get the ball out of his hands, bring an extra defender, and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
Going back to what Steve just said, you know, the West is no picnic and can eat up teams that don't. Have too much experience in Clark. The Kings were one of those teams.
Yeah, a young team looking to find its way. I mean, it's a bit of a trial by fire for the Kings as they continue to try to progress forward. Really, they can take their lumps from last year and try to learn from them and get healthy. Tyreek Evans had the foot problems that were an issue, and they've just got to focus on moving forward in a positive vein.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Whiteside. Dixon comes in for Jason Thompson. And it's Eugene Jeter in for Thomas. Here's Jeter. He's covered by Kidd. It's blocked. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's the break. And stolen by Thornton. Knocks it down from 19 feet. Thornton's got 17.
You look at Rick Carlisle on the bench, and it makes you think back to the old Celtics team that he played on. What a group that was, and with the basketball knowledge that they had collectively, it's no surprise to see Carlisle succeeding with the Mavs and all of his other coaching jobs, also with the Pistons and with the Pacers as well.
And the Mavericks with possession. Nowitzki for 3, and that one's good. He's got 13.
Not many guys with his size can shoot the ball that well from out there.
Clark, everywhere he's gone, he's found a way to win. He was Coach of the Year in the NBA at one stop up in Detroit. You know, Steve, he's just a winner.
Well, if you look at Carlisle's record as a coach, he's got one of the top career winning percentages ever in the league. So Rick Carlisle knows what he's doing. Fantastic season last year for Dallas. Very well-respected coach.
Carter for 3, and a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Kidd's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Jeter. He's covered by Kidd. A 3-ball. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, another uncontested 3 there. They've got to make some kind of adjustment. I mean, they're giving up way too many open threes.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open three-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up one, but you start giving three-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
Good.
Now, these are the kinds of shots he feels so comfortable with.
Here's Jeter. He's picked up by Kidd. Marcus Thornton on the wing. Good luck. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
My goodness, seems like he's got every point this quarter. Just an amazing job helping to cut into this lead.
Outside Carter. Count that one. Carter's got 11 points.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
And the basket by Thornton.
This guy's been an artist with that three-point shot.
He sure has been, Steve. I mean, the majority of his points have come from out there.
That's a 2 from he just barely beat the buzzer.
Unflappable. Wasn't rattled at all. I mean, he's the kind of guy you want taking those shots.
Yep, I agree with that. Pressure mounting, the crowd counting it down, and bang, he drains it.
Mavericks lead by 5.
And we got a good one going on out in Sacramento. Glad to have you with us for our halftime show presented by HP. A good one in progress for the Mavericks. Playing a team they know that they can beat, but will they? We still got a game. Everything going right for Dirk Nowitzki. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. And no shortage of desire from the Kings side of things. They've limited the second chance buckets. They've been crashing the defensive glass. Playing big on the defensive end. A tremendous first half from Marcus Thornton. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. We've already seen some highlights from these two in the first half, leading both their teams in scoring. We already got a few games gone. Finally, check them out from around the league. New Jersey ended up with a loss to the Bobcats at Time Warner Cable Arena. It wasn't even close. A big disappointment from this club. Their top scorer was Brook Lopez. In one of the other games that went final today, in Philadelphia, the 76ers, they went over the Hornets. Tight one out there, 4 points was the difference. And now here's what's going on in the rest of the association. The Phoenix Suns are currently trailing the Spurs out in San Antonio. That one just all but wrapped up in the fourth. That's it here. Now let's send you back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the third quarter.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Mavericks leading by 5.
Although they thought they might be leaving the arena, the Kings didn't exactly play well at home. I mean, they had a terrible record on their own floor.
And now let's check out the lineups. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Tyreek Evans out there with Thomas. And there's Gibson, and there's Garcia, and it's down there in at the center. Talk about the Kings, actually Steve's worst home record in the entire league.
Isn't that amazing? As you think back a few years ago, Sacramento was generally regarded as the toughest venue in the NBA. But times have changed. Sacramento in a downturn, and they're trying to turn things around now. One way to do that is to take care of your home floor.
And here's Thomas. He's picked up by Kidd. Evans outside. Shot clock at 6. And he finishes nicely on the rim. Evans has got 14.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense. But you might say we haven't got Travis in 2009, but they molded him as a point guard on YouTube. But I think people are starting to realize he's probably more of a shooting guard because of his scoring mentality.
You know, when you talk about Evans in the shooting guard position, Clark, he's got the size 6'6", and almost a 7-foot arm span.
Oh, and he's strong. And, I think especially for a player of his age, and certain matchups, he's a guy who maybe plays a small forward spot, but I think he's got to have the ball in his hands. And he's not a bad playmaker, but his strength is certainly important.
And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Mavericks #1.
Unlike some of the other teams' histories, there are a few key guys that help get them to the leaderboard more than other teams. I mean, this is an outstanding three-point shooting team. They take advantage of their strength by getting good looks from behind the arc.
Here's Edmonds. He's got 14. Outside timeout. Back in down. It's a 5-point game. Back to Marion. Nowitzki. Outside timeout. For the three. And somebody sitting on the playlist. Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his third assist on the night. Here's Thomas. 6 points for him. He takes 2 Edwards. And the kick is just down to 2. Here's Churchill. He's got 16. Here's a quick shot. Here's an assist by Terry. 9 points for Churchill. The Kings lead by 8. Thomas. Here's another. He's really I'm not believing the guy that's been here. That's still Western opponents. 35 times against Western opponents. And here's Thomas. Gallagher, there's the 3-9 kick. He goes outside. Nice right down to the I know it's a long season, sometimes it's hard to evaluate their game. You're a team that can 10 championships. Terry's got 9 points now in the quarter. Sometimes you forget about how you mid-range and then this team is able to last 10 with that shot in between shot. One shot gets it to go contact. I love it. That's a great shot. That's how you finish in the NBA. Thompson. That's it for Sacramento. Green comes in from Francisco Garcia. And that one focus with Evans.
Evans has been great. He's got 21 points, and he has not got it in his team. Look at this score. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points. Defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping it out of the game, but gotta give it credit for knocking down shots. That was all about the assist there. It was a beautiful feed. So superb value there.
Well, they have that one standing. Just waiting to pull it out.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of understanding between those two teammates, that's for sure.
Here's Evans.
Big guys that seem to get sensitive to this was unstoppable.
The defense Mr. choice now is the double. I think there's another option. That's now 7 straight for them coming from fast breaks. Make it easy out there. The way they're running.
Shotgun game. Here's Thomas, and then the Kings check on 2 more. 17 seconds left to play in the first. And that's a 2-run goal.
Going to the fourth with a little momentum now.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, give him credit. He's been very selective with his shots, and hang off for him and his team.
You know, through the first 3 quarters, Steve, he's taking exactly what the defense has given him, and he's not forced anything. I mean, that's always is very impressive. And that's exactly how you should play a game, in my opinion.
And we'll be right back here shortly from Sacramento.
Coming up next Wednesday night, Dirk Nowitzki and Dallas Mavericks going against Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. NBA action.
Fourth quarter game going in. It's time for our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Let's go to Doris Burke.
Kevin, we've seen the spark in this game come from Jason Terry. He's been everything you could ask for in a sixth man in this game as he's come up big for his team off the bench. Guys, can he keep that productivity up? We'll see.
Great, Doris, thanks. He has been a true catalyst right off the bench.
Well, I tell you what, man, he gave them something they've been lacking. I mean, it basically changed their attitude and their disposition out there. I mean, he had that kind of impact.
And that's something you don't always see, guys. A player coming in off the bench and assuming a leadership role. That was impressive.
So Nowitzki sitting on the bench. Here's who Rick Carlisle's going. Deja Stojakovic is out there with him. Leonard Stevenson. There's Crump. And it's Marion into the free zone. Really left the and that's 13 points for Vince Carter.
And the shootout continues.
Trading buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
It's Evans on the wing. Passes it to Dallenberg. Shoots over Hayward. Shot by Dallenberg, no good.
And a nice job there defensively, just getting a hand up enough to bother the shot.
Yeah, that was very nice. Impressive. It made it a much more difficult shot. Look at that dime. On time and on target.
Jeter kicks to Evans. And he uses the glass on the Lakers. Evans has got 16 points here in the second half.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this.
Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And some changes here for the Kings. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Thompson. Green comes in for Francisco Garcia. And Thomas subbed in for Eugene Jeter. The Kings trail by 7. Outside Thomas, and it's Carter picking him up. He feeds it to Dallenberg. For Stojakovic. And Dallas has possession. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. From about 16, and the Kings check on 2 more. Mavericks leading by 5. And slammed up by Hayward.
That's like you draw it up right there. That was beautiful.
No doubt about it, Steve. I mean, always love to finish at the rack.
Here's Thomas. Evans outside. And it's Carter picking him up. Evans passes to Hickson. The shot, and the Kings check on 2 more.
You know, he can actually be dominant inside. I mean, it's impossible to push him around on the low block.
Stevenson inside the three-point line. And another basket for Dallas. Timeout called by the Kings.
You got to keep everybody on the same page. They need to get their heads together. That's the goal.
Some changes for Sacramento. Rockman's checked in, and it's Jackson in for Dante Green. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Haywood. Odom comes in for Peja Stojakovic. Jason Terry has checked in for Vince Carter. And Jason Kidd has subbed in for Deshaun Stevenson. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Paul Westphal was discussing with his players. He's still pretty confident, turning to his guys and saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. We're still in the driver's seat if we play up to our standards.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
You know, it's really the kind of game you expect from him, guys. I mean, extremely efficient, taking a lot of good shots.
Thomas kicks to Hickson. From the line, nice jump shot, good. Hickson's got 4 points this quarter.
And we have seen the intensity pick up big time here in the second half.
Well, you can feel the desire from both teams, and they really want to win this one.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
Little slow on the defensive rotation there.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're down by 8. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Francisco Garcia, he's checked in for Sacramento. Evans comes in for Jackson. 1:51 left to play here in the fourth. Thomas dishes to Thornton over Marion, and the Kings check on 2 more.
I think they've got to keep getting him the ball. When he's going like that, he's in his zone right now. Perfect from the field. You've got to continue to milk the hot hand.
Dishes at the Kid, and stolen by Thornton. And now, here's the Spike Slam Cam replay.
There isn't anybody in the building that didn't appreciate. That throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's as fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
A serious degree of difficulty on that one.
Mavericks leading by 4. Stolen by Evans.
My goodness, what a steal. Big plays like that can be the difference between a win and a loss in a game like this.
Boy, how about the streak he's on right now?
This thing, Steve, is getting out of hand. Great, great stuff.
Here comes Kidd. Odom, the pass to Terry. For 3, there's the bucket, good. Terry's got 14 points now in the second half.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Kidd against Thomas. Right up. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You know, when there's little or no D on this guy and he's headed to the rim, let's chalk it up and go on.
Less than 1 minute left.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
From deep, Thornton comes, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, what a huge shot there.
How about what a game? I mean, he will answer the bell with that one. Nowitzki, what an offensive force he can be.
Here's Evans. Absolutely critical chance right here.
Yeah, they need this one to go their way, Kevin.
Feeds to Thomas. He's covered by Kidd. Tries it from the top of the key.
Yes! He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shots.
And Dallas has possession. It's stolen by Hickson.
Well, that was a serious heave there. You can't blame him too much for not being able to corral it in.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
A good foul. You've got to stop the clock in this situation.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, the clock is their biggest ally right now. They need as much time as they can.
They didn't have much choice but to foul. Unfortunately, this is the last guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they stopped the clock, but these free throws are pretty much automatic. Well, he handled his business at the line, and now it's a 2-possession lead.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're losing by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
Now, if they can get some points out of this timeout, they've got a chance here.
It's out of their hands. They don't control their own destiny, though. The other guys make their free throws, and that's it. It's over.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Perfect from the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll do it, Kevin. Those last free throws were the icing on the cake.
Here's Thomas. It's in!
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
Here comes Kidd. And now we've got the intentional foul. It's the first that makes it a 3-point lead. 2 for 2, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Talk about a clutch free throw, Kev. That one just might have sealed the game.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay, so now we're wrapping December 2. Fields announcing his testing free agent market. Trailblazers unload Matthews. Now 9th straight victory to Miami as defeat Raptors. Terry strokes to trade it. White looks to summer to free agency. Let's check out the first matchup. Bobcats and the Nets 24 points for Walker and Lopez are 20. Number 2, Sixers Hornets has double-double for Andre Iguodala, has almost triple-double. 13 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 assists. And then double-double for Chris Kaman, 14 points and rebounds. 18 points for Jared Jack. Heat Raptors, Barbosa's only have scored 28 points, and LeBron's, Wade, and Bosh scores 30, 28, and 21. Wizards, Grizzlies, Mike Conley is nothing. You only have 5. Zach Randall scores 36. John Wall scores 17. So Jazz defeat the Lakers as Devin Harris scores 26. Kobe Bryant scores 25. And then Mavericks Kings, last Isaiah Thomas scores double-double, 20 points and 14 assists. Tyree Evans scores 30. Marcus Thornton 29. Dirk Nowitzki scores 31. And Terry scores 29. Hawks Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving scores 38. And double-double for Al Horford. Johnson scores 29. Bucks Knicks, Carmelo Anthony scores 23 points. And Jackson scores 29. Suns Spurs, Tony Parker scores 24 and double-double for Tim Duncan, 14 points and 10 rebounds. And Gortat scores 10 points and rebounds. Brooks scores 27. Nash Neary double-double only has 8 points and 10 assists. Pacers Blazers, Marcus Aldridge 20 points and Danny Granger scores almost double-double, 24 and 9 rebounds. Rockets beat the Pistons last one as Rocky Stocky scores 24 and Kevin Martin scores 41 points. And how about the other D-Leagues? I see the D-League game here. We got the Red Claws defeat Armors and 66ers haul off with the Toros. Let's see D-League standings right there. And he's still standing right there with right there. So now let's see what happens in the next game. We're off against the Phoenix, Arizona. As you see, Mavericks still remain the number 1, but Heat even still the same as the number 2. But the players of the week still be determined. We'll see after that. All-Star votes. Steve Nash have secured 107,000 votes. Westbrook are 89,000. Roy are 76,000 for Ellis. Let's see Dirk side. Kobe Bryant are 63,000 votes. Wow, Kobe Bryant are 63,000 votes. No, actually 635 votes. And then 899,000 votes and 1 million votes for Steve Nash. Let's see, Dirk Nowitzki are 962,000 votes. Kevin Durant are 1 million votes. And the Senators are 478 votes for Greg Oden. How about the East? Dwayne Wade are 1.1 million. And Andre Iguodala are 1 million. LeBron James are 1.2 million votes and 1.1 million viewers from 1.1 million for votes from Carmelo Anthony, 725 from Paul Pierce, 605,000 for Dwight Howard. Roy Hibbert are 525,000. So now we're off the next game against Steve Nash with the Phoenix Suns. So check out the daily view. So they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 NBA D-League games are here. So we got Nets, Magic, Rockets, Bulls, Kings, Nuggets, Mavericks, Suns, and Celtics, Bucks, Timberwolves, Warriors, and Pacers, Clippers. So 7 NBA D-League games together. Matt Ants, Red Claws, Energy, Skyforce, Vipers, Legends, Bighorns, Wizards, Toros, Defenders, Stampede and Jams, and Bayhawks, Ohio. Check out the power rankings, still the same. With still the second as of the number 2. Now it's time to save the game. And now it's time to quit game now, and that's it for now. We're sign off as the play-in tournament together starts. As the first game, Lakers beat the Hornets, move on to face the Nuggets. And in the second game, Warriors losing the Kings as the Golden State Warriors are officially out in the eliminated playoff contention. So that's it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be continuing forward for next Thursday against Phoenix Suns, and then Friday we will have a 2024 Stanley Cup predictions. Goodbye everyone, and thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow against the Phoenix Suns.